Boom, welcome back to the Sebs Show, everybody, with co-host Gib. And here we are with Coach Claude Patrick, former UFC fighter. Really good to get his insight on everything. Move the camera so you see you, the coach. You're the main man here, we gotta get you.
You guys always talking about the UFC like that's all and end all to fight. You fight all over the place, not just the UFC.
No, 100%.
One stop on the road, though, but that's cool.
It's like the biggest stop on the road, I'd say, no?
Yeah, some people.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm not trying to waste too much time here. Let's go ahead and break down. I want to get your thoughts, Coach, on we're going to start with Diego Sanchez versus Mickey Gall, the kid who fought CM Punk. Now, Sanchez just came off a win from this guy, Craig White.
He won?
Yeah, he won.
It's a rough win, though.
Rough win.
Oh.
Yeah, he grinded that out. It was I took Craig White in the
Good
fight,
on
too.
him,
Grinding out a win. The guy kissed him on the cheek or on the nose right before the fight.
I wish Diego would retire.
Me too.
I can't say. Mickey Gall's a decent grappler, and he guess he got some striking too, so I have to pick him.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because, I mean, Diego used to be a monster grappler, really good. Yeah. He's been falling in love with his striking, so I have to pick Gall, even though I haven't watched him too much. Diego needs to retire, man. He's done a lot. Time to step back in the game, man.
I agree. I do think it's time pretty soon for Diego to retire.
Been time.
Yeah, I did take a little stab on him here because I think Gall has literally no strike. He was running away from him. Oh, he's a horrible striker. He's working right now with Joe Schilling, so we don't know how his striking's improved since his last fight.
Joe Schilling not going to fight for you. So
yeah, no kidding. So that's what
if he's got no striking, Diego will beat him because no brown belt's going to beat Diego.
Tap him out. Diego's never been subbed.
He's really good in the man.
Yeah. So I went ahead. I threw some money on Diego, like plus 275. Thought it was good value there.
He's throwing money around, huh?
Oh yeah, this is what this is about. Gib you take any of these guys on DraftKings or anything?
Yeah, I got Gall in pretty much most of them. I don't think he messes this one up. I mean, it's pretty easy to
They're handpicking a lot of his fights. Though. Like his last fight with that guy George Sullivan, who's also like 40 years old.
Oh yeah, he got it set up for that.
What are the odds of that? How much money you make if he wins?
So if you put $100 down, you win 275.
On who?
Sanchez.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they know something that they're not stupid.
Yeah.
The odds makers know some stuff, right? That maybe Gall's got some striking, but 275 for $100. That's worth it.
That's worth it.
Yeah.
Take stats.
I mean, Diego can grab. He can grab one. This guy. Well, maybe whatever. Next fight.
Okay, let's go. Our next fight. We're skipping this. All the guys fights that we're not covering here, me and Gib are gonna cover them later on. I just don't want to bore Coach with all these guys. Just Coach Viana versus Cyphers, no clue who they are, eh? Yeah, there we go. Don't worry about it.
And you know, it's not saying anything bad about them. There's so many fighters.
It's too hard to keep count.
You might be a great fighter. No disrespect. I don't follow all the fighters.
You can't hype everyone.
I literally watch every event, and when these fighters pop up, I'm like, who?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm the same way. Don't worry. I really want to get your thoughts on this one because you actually worked with Misha Cirkunov in the past.
Yeah.
And he's going against this guy who's super hyped, Johnny Walker.
I know Walker better take a walk because Misha's the real deal, man.
And Misha, if he gets us to the ground, I think that's a big problem, man.
If he takes the guy to the mat, he can fit. I mean, you watching the Glover Tecia fight, you say, "Oh man, he's nothing on the mat."
Oh, Glover's a beast on the mat.
He took it to in the early round.
I think the Misha just with the right training, which he's getting now in Vegas, and the right camp, he's got the right bodies around him.
He's got good motivation too. His wife has like breast cancer or something. He said he's fighting for that. I like that. Could be a detriment on his brain, but I think he's using it as motivation.
I didn't know that, and I don't wish it on anybody, but I mean, just in terms of skills, he's a highly skilled guy. I trained with him quite a bit over the years, been around a guy like 10
He's a black belt, right?
Yeah. He's been in the scene for like a long time, moving in the same circles here, so I know him pretty well. And I think he takes this guy out on the mat, and most guys. He just has to get to the mat in the right way. He's training, stand up with some guys in Couture's race set. He's in Vegas. He's in a good place.
He's in a good place right now, exactly. I think he's on the rise. He fell off in a couple fights ago. I think he fought, who was it? It was Glover, was I think his last loss, right?
Vulcan he lost to.
That's who it was, Vulcan too. And I thought,
but I mean, it's just strategically. You don't have to go out there, like they picked him as the guy to kill everybody and he went out there to fight like that. If he just fought like it was normal, I think he's the guy who could take a lot of these people out.
Look what DC did to Vulcan, right? You'd definitely be able to take him down himself.
That's for everybody. Just take your time and play the game.
Jump in, brother. Don't worry.
Obo wants to know about training. I told him you do package and stuff. You just talking about the spin kick. You were talking
Yeah. You deal with him.
All right. Hey, are any of those cards I guess so?
Right, so Misha's actually coming off a win. He tapped out Patrick Cummins, another good wrestler. I just think this Walker kid's super overhyped.
He's fighting bad because he can throw spinning back fists and
whatever. Yeah, and people like his personality.
He's a physical guy, but Misha is a physical guy too. And if Misha gets his hands on the guy and plays it right, he's clinching upper body, tie him up for the first minute, 2 minutes of the fight, then the real fight starts.
Hey, he's not gonna. They already said Misha's trying to go show his hands. I was at an extreme the other day, and they literally said that he's gonna make it a point to show he's got hands. I was like,
no, don't say that, bro.
That's what they told me.
Don't say
I
that,
was
man.
literally there last Thursday, and that's what they told me.
We got outside sources coming in from the outside.
Guys, you already heard that.
Yeah, man, outside
He's in
sources.
Florida, and they were saying that he's talking about he wants to show that he's got hands and all. And I was like,
I really hope not.
If you have it,
that's exactly. And I literally said this, and I was like, bro, you're so much better with grappling than most
He's a
guys.
black belt.
At 205, why bother?
yeah.
This is a 125, bro. You can knock a guy 5-10 times. One punch, you're knocked out. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Literally, we're having
The
some
one-trick
conversations
pony could get you if it's
Oh my goodness.
Mish.
So if that's
Big Mish, if you're watching this, I don't know if you're on the internet probably, but on Facebook, don't do this. What they're telling you about the stand up.
please.
Win the fight. You have stand up. We know you got skills, but don't fight for the people. They don't care about you. Go win your money. Do your thing, man.
Go get the $50,000. Choke this guy out in the first.
Get the sub, yeah.
Because this guy fought Enrique de Silva. I don't know if you know that guy, that Brazilian. He's a jobber.
No.
He's not that good. And Walker went all 3 rounds and couldn't.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing.
You know?
Listen, Misha can finish these guys. He hasn't fought up to the ability that I know he has yet, so that's the thing. And once he does, people are like, oh, no one's ever the second coming. Like, even like Elvis Presley wasn't Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
But if he fights how he can and has the right training, he can do really well.
His first 3 fights are real well.
And those guys weren't on his level.
Yeah.
Yeah, not even close to his level.
So, I mean, but that wasn't his level. That jump maybe. He's a young guy, a little bit too soon. You're fighting this guy, that guy, Glover. Like, take a couple steps. Like, now he's in the right track with these guys. Like, this is like a pretty highly Johnny Walker, highly hyped guy. But I think he can take him. So that's a good fight for him.
I think so too. I think his only 2 losses in the UFC are Glover and that punch by Volkan, right? He actually ran through Nikita Krylov, who's I think he's a better striker than Walker, in my opinion. So I got 2 units on Cirkunov here at plus 140. Coach, if you want, that's $100 to win 140. Not bad.
No, I like the other one with the one for 275.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
They have no love for Diego Sanchez.
They have no love for him.
Okay.
So our next fight is one I'm really excited about. I got it's Zabit Magomed Sharipov on Jeremy Stevens. So this is a big test for Zabit.
Because Stevens is a banger, right?
Yeah.
He's been doing that functional pattern stuff, like a little bit of mobility training. But he's more or less a heavy banger, and he's gonna get touched up. Like the other guy can point fight him to death all day,
he
right?
can even out-grapple.
That is true.
Just point fight him with that, like spinning back this jab, and jog. So he's gonna get frustrated. I don't think he'll finish him, but he'll be able to just kind
Win a
of
comfortable decision.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I do think Zabit might be able to finish him if he gets his back or something. I've seen he's just a really good grappler. He got 11 takedowns against Marias, who in my opinion is a better striker than Stevens.
He fought Marlon?
No, Shaman Marias.
Okay, yeah, I heard about him.
And
One thing too, important to know, this guy's talking about killing himself.
That's what I was about to mention.
You see you killing yourself, you're already out, man. You're
mentally not stable.
You're not ready to go.
Coach knows that for a fact. He was a fighter. If you're like Don Cerrone says, I want to take the Uber home from the locker room. And you see how many fights he's lost with his anxiety and stuff. Stefan Struve has panic attack.
Well, he
didn't want to fight. He wanted to call an Uber and leave before the fight. That's how he is.
Yeah,
it's weird. I see fighters on that. I'm like, what are you doing? I seen a guy, and one thinks he's like this big time name. And he was in the car, we're going to the fight. He was like almost crying. He's like, why am I here? What am I doing here?
Oh my God.
I've never been like that. Going to a fight, I'm like, thank God, in an hour or 2 hours, I'll be
This
home
is
with my check. With my check.
I was about to say,
That's what I was
wanted to
thinking,
go,
man.
right?
And the camp. I'm done with camp. I'm done with all the.
Is the hardest part? Is it true? The hardest part's the walk.
Waiting.
The
No,
walk.
I ain't explain that, man. I'm always happy to go make a walk. You get to go put on what you've been working for. The hardest part is everyday training when guys want to hurt you.
Yes.
Everyday training, trying to make it through. You're stressed out. You got to eat this, that. You got to run
The
all this
weight
training.
cut, everything.
It's too much, right? So now when it's fight time, that I know how to do easy. So I mean, guys are not. They're not really. Get a different job, man.
Straight up, man. Stevens is a tough guy, but like I said earlier in the week, they should have been at the PI things. Mental evaluation of fighters, especially they're
gonna have a lot of guys won't make it.
Trust me, but
mental evaluation.
This is like a trauma sport, man, where you're really trying to inflict trauma on the other guy. So a lot of these guys definitely are going through some problems. Like if Steven said he was contemplating suicide and leaving his family off there, I know that's a tough lot. But that's
what's so tough about? You got caught in the body. You're doing decent until
but he was if he won, he was probably gonna get the title shot.
So what? Then go win some more fights to get that title shot.
That's it.
It's people out there that have breast cancer and not gonna make it. And you're there. You lost a fight for $400,000. You made $200,000, which is more than you'd ever make.
And you want to kill yourself.
In the gas station you would be working at, and this guy wants to kill himself. That's crazy.
Yeah, especially if you're doing something you say you
Yeah,
love.
you say you love it. It makes no sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make too much sense.
No.
So
Talk to me.
take care, brother. So I actually got Zabit in this play. I went in a little parlay too. How about you?
I kind of want Jeremy Stevens.
I-
Just hearing that, I want him to kill it. Now, obviously, it's not exactly
Don't be
hard.
emotional. Let me
No,
tell you.
Oh, that's not.
It's not too.
Don't be emotional.
I had him even before that, just for the effort he put in the Aldo fight, even getting knocked out. He put him into some danger
No,
zones.
you're being all emotional. Don't be on that. Just in terms of who's going to win based
Who's
on
gonna win?
fighter
Who do
A
you
versus
think's
B,
gonna
not
win?
whose cat is
Who has the
sitting
better
in
skills? Who's gonna take the victory?
Well, I mean, again, Zabit dances around and beats him by points, but I think Jeremy Stevens can at least rough him up and maybe knock him and move him around into some.
No.
I don't know. That's a tough one to say.
Anybody can, but he seems to be.
Kamaru roughed him up quite a bit. He was
He had
very aggressive style.
But he had a broken hand.
This
going
guy
into
wants to
that
kill
fight.
himself. That's worse.
I heard a lot
of
about him on the East Coast. The guys were like, this guy's going to be a champ.
Bosnia
Who's Zabit?
or
Yeah.
Zabit. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Like before he even got into the UFC.
Maybe leading up to it.
Yeah, because he's been training in New
Yeah.
York for a while
They
now.
brought a Jersey, I think. They brought
Yeah,
a lot
with
of
Mark
those,
Henry.
a lot of the Dagestani and like the Chechen guys came over. They were K Dojo and I guess Mark Henry and those guys got to connect. So they were doing their thing, and a lot of people, I guess, this guy's going to be.
Oh yeah, you can tell by his first fight he's something. He's got like the striking of Perez, and then he's got this crazy ground game
Oh,
too.
the ground game.
But you know what? Ground is one thing that you can see. You got a crazy ground game on the offense. Let's see on the defense.
Yeah, we've never seen him off his back or anything. That's true.
Offense, people were like GSP and Khabib, and I like Khabib, but he's not going to stop George on top.
No,
He's
no
not,
way.
right? So you're great at whatever submissions and basic counter wrestling, but you're not going to deal with this guy's offense on top. So that's where the jiu-jitsu comes in handy. You can be a great sambo man, great catch wrestler man, but when a bigger truck faces you, you don't have the answer. You're going to get folded up.
That's what makes Ortega and Maya and all these guys so great on the floor. You know, they're just nobody wants to go with them on the floor.
Well, I mean, yeah, but then they don't really act. Whatever. That's a different story.
Don't worry.
You got to have.
And then on top, I know what you mean. They're not as active.
You gotta have a happy medium.
Yeah.
You know, defense, because in the UFC you're losing if you're on your back. So it doesn't matter. If you put Ortega and pick a guy.
Who's
Pick a guy.
the guy that just won?
Pick a guy.
Zabit. Let's go Zabit.
Yeah,
Put
why not?
Zabit and Ortega.
So you put Zabit and Ortega in this room and close the door and say one guy walks up. Who's gonna walk up? It's not gonna be Zabit.
Yeah.
With no time limit, no stand-ups, no nothing. You put him in the room, say one of you guys gets to leave. It's gonna be most often that a lot of the jiu-jitsu guys can survive a long ass time and put you away. Then you got a 5-minute round, you can jab and jog, you can sprint for 5 minutes, come out, do it again. If you're a fit guy, you can do that all day. So it changes things a lot. But when it's even like Kron, fighting those 10-minute rounds in Japan helped him a lot.
Yeah,
Right?
that's what I was saying.
10 minutes, you can wear the guy out. The guy's got a lot of time to
Yeah.
try to like run around. You can't do shit. So it plays a big factor. But it is what it is, and it's a new sport, MMA, so it's not jiu-jitsu or kickboxing or whatever. So
Yeah.
you got to play for the rules here.
Yeah, I agree completely. I think, like Coach saying, if this was on limited time and stuff, these jiu-jitsu guys would be wrecking.
A lot, and no gloves.
Oh my
No
goodness.
gloves. You couldn't be punching. The boxing's gone. Elbows to the back of the head. You give me your back. You're dead.
Yeah. Oh
You know
my
what I mean?
goodness.
So,
The
like,
wild
hands are
factor.
crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, hands are
That's
crazy.
a fight, right? But it's just like we've sanitized it so much that, and it's cool because it is what it is. It's a multi-million-dollar sport, so I can't be all I want to go back to the old cage days.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Kind of want that though.
I
Good luck.
to a degree, it's not happening.
No
Yeah.
soccer kicks.
No soccer. That's what I don't want to see that.
You gotta be emotional watching those people get.
Just be like, no, man, you're bad.
It's
It's too brutal for my Christian eyes.
Yeah.
All right, so we hit the main card already, and we're at the return of Cody Garbrandt taking on Pedro the Young Punisher Munhoz.
Are you here at 11 now?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I'll be here.
I can't speak on Pedro Munhoz because I don't really know him. Huh?
He's high level blacklist. He literally submits like anyone who jumps into this game, like you back in the day, the guillotine specialist. This is him right now. So we just beat Caraway, knocked him out, Brian Caraway. And
Yeah.
not a big win. And then he beat Brett Johns. Johns was
That was a good fight.
That was a good fight. His only loss in the UFC are 3 losses are Jimmy Rivera, Dodson, and Rafael Sunsao. So like top level guys.
He's getting work there, man. He's lost 3 fights already.
His first fight ever was
Yeah,
Dodson, right?
so he's 17-3 overall. No, his first
Yeah,
fight
no,
was
come on.
Sunsao.
In that case,
No.
you got to realize that unless you have some pretty good skills, No Love's got some pretty decent hands.
I think so.
You have to sort of be able to work in the pocket against him,
Yeah,
or have something
and he's got quick hands. Man.
different. So if you're one of those like standard like 1-2 Muay Thai guys, you're going to be in trouble with him.
Oh
right?
yeah.
I pick him just based on, I don't know the other guy, but if he's lost to those 3 guys, I could see him doing that, yeah.
I agree too. I think this is another step. I think Cody's at the top tier of the division too, even though after the 2 losses to
Well, he's
Dillashaw.
not taking Dillashaw now at all.
No.
He needs to leave that one alone.
That one wrecked him, I think, a little bit. You know,
That's a
just
Jon
mentally
Jones
and
trilogy
everything.
almost.
Mentally, yeah.
Same thing with DC. I would never want to see DC fight
Yeah.
Jones again, you know? But other than Dillashaw, I think Garbrandt's still one of the top of the division. His hands are super good. He's a good amateur wrestler, too.
Yeah,
So he's not. I don't see him getting taken down here, really.
But people are like, oh yeah, he's gonna beat Cejudo. No, you're not. Because an Olympic level wrestler is too different than a local MMA wrestler.
Oh, you showed me that.
Completely different.
Yeah.
So that being the case, you know, if you're an Olympic level wrestler, a different level of technique. Like
You're not even getting worried about like the takedown or anything.
you touch the guy,
Yeah.
you're gonna be on top.
Yeah.
You're gonna be on top.
So I actually got Cody in this fight as well. I think he bounces back from the 2 losses. I think he actually might finish Munhoz. Munhoz is a little bit like him, a big coach. If you haven't seen him, but he's his striking's pure brawler.
No, he's done. No,
Yeah, pure
he's done.
brawler.
You need a lot more than that. You can't brawl with this guy.
Yeah, you don't brawl the brawler.
He's a technical
Yeah.
brawler.
Yeah.
So who do you got?
I got Cody Garbrandt.
Yeah,
for
we
this. I think
also all 3 of us
We hit some
agree
right
a
off the bat.
trifecta, and we got like Cody here. I don't know if you know these ones, Coach. Do you know Tecia Torres?
No, I don't really watch the girl fights.
Okay, so me and Gabe will cover that one at home, actually. Next fight, Robbie Lawler versus Ben Askren.
Oh shit, man, that's a good one.
I want to get your thoughts.
I liked Lawler back in the day. The Lawler that fought Rory.
Okay, that's amazing.
Whatever he was on in that would be good for this one.
Yeah.
But he's not on that. So again, Askren is a different guy because once he puts hands on you in any way, you're going down. He's going to ride you until you're tired.
Just like
You're
you
done.
said, the Olympic wrestling, right?
You got a guy like Koresh in Bellator. It's really tough.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
Doug,
Yeah.
Doug, this Lima, man. Doug, this Lima's
Yeah.
so bad, man.
Ben
And-
Askren beat him.
Askren
and
ran
work,
through him.
no problem. So you got
Ran, rode on his
Yeah,
back
I
and
think
tried
That was
to
a good
USA.
fight.
Yeah, I
Really
think-
good fight. Oh.
I think Askren against about anybody, man, because and he's getting better with his striking now. Just close the
Yeah,
distance.
working at Rufus Sport
He
with
just has to
Mazany
put
and
hands
stuff.
on you. Put hands on you, you're done. So yeah, you can't sprawl you with that. You need like 10 steps.
Oh my! Because even if he misses the first 2 takedowns, he's gonna
He
change
just
them
wants
together.
to get in on your legs.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. So yeah, I pick him.
I'm all over Askren too.
Yeah.
I threw him in the parlay with
What's the odds on that?
he's like minus 250, right? Like so, $100 you win like not even $50.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he would be the underdog.
No, he's a huge favorite. They're
Wow.
they're really thinking like Robbie's like if you put $100 on Robbie, you get like 230.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so like the odds are Valley's probably on Robbie, but I got Askren earlier, so I have him in the 2.5 unit parlay was a beat there. I also like Askren. I think he actually mauls Lawler here. When I saw like those animals taking him down, those animals was wrestling at 155. Not wrestling, he was fighting at 155. He was taking down Lawler.
Yeah, it won't be a thing.
Yeah,
Exchange
not a
some body
problem for
shots.
Ben Askren, I think, in my opinion. Who do you got?
I got Ben Askren. I think his boxing's good enough to beat Robbie. Robbie hits hard. Like a
That's
truck.
all he has to worry
But
about.
I think that's it. I mean, he uses wrestling to kind of wrestle you off him, but doesn't really like.
I think
watches
Robbie's
it.
gonna get gassed.
I think Askren.
Oh,
Yeah,
he gas
I think he
puts hands on
outworks.
you in the strains, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, works him. Yeah.
All right, so co-main event for the 170-pound title. You actually traded at Black Zealands before, so I want to get your thoughts on Kamaru Usman versus Tyron Woodley.
I don't know, man.
Did you ever train with him?
trained with him a long time ago.
Yeah.
I trained my new trainer with him. That's who started me in my last fight. Training at
Look at it. That guy goes way too hard to train. You can tell.
I wouldn't say that. No,
Yeah,
he's
bro.
alright. Just
He's a good wrestler, though, eh?
yeah, he's doing his thing. I mean, he wants to win and train. He's a competitive athlete, so it was good. Nothing malicious. Freak accident, but yeah, he's a good physical guy. I never trained Woodley, so I can't speak on that.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen, Kamaru looks to be a better conditioned athlete. He's not going to gas out,
Yeah.
So,
I've seen him go hard 5 rounds.
and he pushes the pace, and I think he can probably outscore him in terms of striking.
You think so?
Yeah, I think the thing
Like
with
on the feet, you think you can outstrike Woodley?
Woodley brings a right hand, but outside of that, I don't see many other strikes.
Yeah, he doesn't throw too many combinations.
No, no other
right?
strikes. Just the hand
Yeah.
right, right? And he's in there striking, so he's seeing the right handsy. I'll pick Kamaru on that one.
All right.
What are the odds in it?
Kamaru is actually, I think, for $100, Kamaru it's like 170. You got?
Win it, yeah?
Yeah, I think something like that.
I mean, I'm not so sure. I mean, I really like the Diego odds, man. I want
Yeah,
to
jump on the tree with me with Diego, man.
75. I'm on that for sure.
Let's go. So you're the coach. That's actually his favorite player right now is Diego
Yeah,
Sanchez
yeah.
at plus
Because
275.
if it's a grappler, unless he's completely punch drunk, brain dead, which he he was a really ferocious grappler.
Oh my goodness.
2006, 2000, he beat everybody.
If you watch his last fight, he actually mauled the kid. The kid's a jiu-jitsu guy too, like Mickey
Oh,
Gall.
yeah, for sure.
And he mauled
If you're a regular jiu-jitsu guy, Diego's going to brutalize you.
Oh, yeah.
No, brutalize you. There's
He's
no
a black
way.
belt, I think, too. So
I don't know what belt he is, but even before he had any belts, he's beating black
oh,
belts.
yeah. And tough one.
No.
You see what he was doing at Kenny Florian
Before
and stuff
that.
like that?
Yeah, exactly. Before that.
He king of the cage.
Yeah, before that. Before that. I'm talking the Grappler's Quest.
Grappling.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
He's a good grappler, man. He's really good.
Yeah, he competed in those grappling tournaments
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure, right?
He's real good.
So actually, I agree with everything you said about Usman. I think he actually is probably the better striker and everything. I just think he keeps his hands down a little too much.
He's a
for
more
my liking.
he's a more varied striker. And, I mean, Woodley, that works because the guys are, well, you know what, they can both wrestle. Let's see what happens there, man.
This is probably the toughest fight for me to call. I am choosing Woodley. I just think the experience of over 5 rounds and like.
Like, his 5 rounders are like, his 5 rounders
He's
are
got a really good run.
4 punches around.
Yeah, that's
Against
true.
mine.
Maya and stuff.
So,
Thompson.
yeah, he's got, and we actually know what Thompson, yeah, you're right. Thompson, yeah.
The first one was good. The second one
That
was
was
horrible.
a good fight.
Second one was horrible. I couldn't even. I fell asleep during the first one.
Yeah.
Tough fight to call. I'm going with Woodley, but I'm not confident at all in this one. I really want to see how this plays out. Gav?
I got Woodley, man. I think he's a little rougher to take down. I really like Kamaru Usman's fight against Emil Meek. He was throwing him around every round,
And he's a tough guy,
everywhere.
man.
And Emil Meek is a tough guy.
But, you know what, he was kind of in some weird, he was in some weird spots with that guy.
I like what he did with those annuals. He mauled him.
Yeah.
I think, man,
No
honestly, I'm not saying no one is doing anything, but it looks like a lot of these guys are up and down in their performance big time. Like, DeSantis that fought him was not the DeSantis. You know, could be a bad breakfast, trouble with the wife, you know, whatever. Just various issues in life, but the guy that fought him is not the guy that fought Pettis. He's not the guy that fought, who's the ridiculous one?
Cerrone.
No, the ridiculous one I saw when he fought Khabib.
Oh, yeah.
This guy was a machine.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what Khabib was like, unreal in that one, too. The guy that fought, you know, his top fights, he wasn't that guy, so, you know, it's not the same.
Even when he fought Eddie Alvarez.
Oh, yeah.
That was awesome. He finished him inside the first round, you know? So, yeah, I do think this is going to be a super close. Kamaru actually hasn't lost since he came into the UFC, so he's only lost to that guy Jose Cesar in his second fight ever, right? So he hasn't lost since he's been in the UFC. So really good fight. He's faced top quality guys, Maya, Daniels, Rodi Alves, Sergio Moraes, you know, he's faced good guys. But I am going with Woodley here, and
Yeah, I got Woodley.
got Woodley as well. Okay, so our
You'll see me on Monday after. You might got wins.
All right, so main event of the thing. I think we're all going to be choosing the same guy, but let's try and break this down super quick. I got Jon Jones in the parlay with Ben Askren at like -171. I put 5 units on them.
Nothing need to be said there.
I think he completely mauls him. I think in the first round, less than 2 minutes.
What are these units you keep talking about? What's a unit?
Okay, so a unit's 1% of your bankroll. So it's like 1 unit's 1%. So if I have $1,000 that I'm betting with, and I put 1 unit down, that's $10.
Okay.
So 5, $50.
Okay.
So that's what I'm. So and like it ranges usually from 1 to 5. Some guys like to go past 5 up to 10. And that's what they call a max bet. So that's like something they're most confident in. So like right now, I'm saying my most confident bet is by far I picked Askren and Jones together there.
Okay.
So that's who I think's like my best bet there. I think Jones absolutely mauls him in the
Oh
first.
yeah, I mean
This guy's been knocked out by Tecia. He's been knocked out so much. He's been knocked out by. I think he's been finished 13 times in his career.
What?
Yeah.
Smith has been finished.
He's
13
been finished 13 times?
Earlier on, before he got to the UFC, I think he got finished a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
do one more. One more on the
Yeah,
list. Oh,
he's
no.
been finished a ton. Santos finished
I
him.
didn't know that.
Josh Heer finished him.
You know what?
Neto finished
Good
him.
luck on the man. He made it to the pinnacle of the sport. He's getting a big payday for a guy with that. Like, I mean, listen. If you said him and Misha were fighting,
I'd be even more down for that.
I'd pick Misha over him a lot.
And Anthony Smith or
Yeah.
Jon Jones?
Misha and Anthony Smith.
Oh my goodness, I'd pick Misha
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, so it's just like, you know, he got a Shogun that wasn't prime. But you know what, can't he? He did his thing. He put him in it. He beat everybody. He put him in.
I know, but he fought Shogun, like you're saying, on the team.
Yeah,
Rashad in his literally his last
that
fight.
was
in
his
the
last
UFC.
fight, yeah.
His last fight, Rashad had no business in the UFC still. And then he just gets this
Got
win
a
over
quick-
Volkan,
got
and
a
they give
quick
him the
one.
title shot because he knocks out Volkan.
That's a big deal.
That's a big win.
That was a pretty
That
serious
was a
fight.
big win. But Now you got this guy upcoming to Thiago Santos who just got a win last week against Blakovic, and he just beat Anthony Smith.
But these guys, I mean, as
I
much
don't
as
like Santos in the fight for the belt.
as much as he's a physical guy, you can't see him in Jon Jones. You're like, no,
Yeah.
Jon Jones, he's
Better
starting with 50-50 win streak, man. No problem.
That's it. Jon Jones all day. Coach likes Jon Jones too.
I
hope
want
there's
one of
you
these
want-
wins to win.
I know. You think
Why
it's
not?
Why
I'm out, man.
He
wants him to win. Why not? Why not?
He throws out the eye pokes too. I mean, everyone complains about Jon Jones.
You're the
doing
wishful thinking, man. Power of positive
He
thinking.
throws out the hands. He can get the eye pokes in. In the Thiago Santos fight, I thought he got hit low right before he got knocked out. There was no injury time
He
taken
got
away.
hit to the
Do you remember that? No,
Yeah.
that was low.
No,
bro.
it was low.
No, I'm
The
sure the
second time.
commentators were like, whoa, what was that? And then, I think he got past, but here's the thing. Smith ran in after, so maybe bad ring headset.
You literally think he has a shot against Jon Jones?
You know what? His last Vulcan fight kind of impressed me. The fact that he was not doing very well, but at the same time he was keeping in there, and he went for the choke on the ground. He got it.
Yeah, that's
That was a big win for
guys. I never say this, but don't listen to Give here, please. Please,
Hey.
I'm saving you guys. Don't listen to Give here. So I think, Coach's pretty much done because of your stupid answer, but we're gonna go say thank you to him. But you know what? Let's just break down the rest of the fight super quick while we're here, I guess. We'll start off with Vienna and Cyphers. I don't have a bet on either of them. I was looking at Vienna possibly to parlay, and
I think
her striking is horrible.
she throws a lot of kicks and get her head
Might
right
as
up
well
in
be
the air.
Cindy
Yeah,
Dandois.
yeah.
That's Cindy Dandois' twin. Like her chin's right in the air, bro. She takes every strike on the chin. The Cyphers girl hits hard.
She does, and she
She's
hits
not-
a lot of short shots.
She's
like
not
short
a good
uppercuts,
striker
hooks.
either. I'm not saying she's a good striker either, but she hits hard.
She had a really rough fight. Actually, a real way tougher fight than Vienna's had as of recently.
Macy Barber.
Macy Barber is
She's a
going.
monster.
She's going to get the belt, I think.
No, not it. Well,
I don't know, man.
She's
She's
moving
pretty
up to
nasty.
125, I heard,
Oh,
right?
okay.
So she might be able to get it, but I don't think anyone's beating Tatiana Suarez at 115. I think nobody's beating her. Nobody has a chance again. I think her next fight's against Cynthia Cavillo,
So, yeah,
and that's what they're saying, and I think she's absolutely gonna maul Cavillo.
Be a good
But
fight.
no bet here. I got Vienna. I think Vienna
Yep.
actually ends up taking her
Same.
down at some point and gets a
she's
sub.
really good on the ground. She got her last two fights done before the last, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she lost her last fight against
Right?
AJ Aldridge.
But
yeah.
she got two before that.
Oh, yeah,
Subs. Yeah.
Next one, we're conflicting on this one. I got Macy Chiasson, the Ultimate Fighter winner. This girl's huge. She's 5'11".
Yeah,
for
you're
a bantamweight.
yeah. Very unsafe though.
135, yeah, but she made the. Let's see how she looks tomorrow at the weigh-ins. But huge bantamweight, 5'11", right?
She hits with force, man, and she is really good on the ground. She's a grinder, man.
I did take her in the 2.5 unit parlay with Zabit and somebody else later in the card. I think she gets Gina Mazany down at some point and strangles her. She's so much bigger, bro. She's so much more aggressive. Opposing will, and I actually think even though her strike is all that good, it's better than Mazany's in my opinion. Mazany
had a real rough fight with
from
Mansberg.
Alaska, bro. She her regional fights were in Alaska.
Believe it or not, fighting is pretty big in Alaska. Like kickboxing and
They're not good, though.
They're not. No. They're weekend warriors at best. But I mean, there's not much up to do.
Lena
there,
Landsberg was out grappling Mazany, so
That's
I
true.
think she
That's
asked
true.
really gonna out grab right. Charles Byrd versus Edmund Shahbazyan.
I got Charles Byrd in that fight, man.
I do too. This Edmund guy, he trains with Edmund Tarvarian.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Way.
Glendale.
I never knew that.
Glendale Fight Club, right? So he trains there. He's 8-0. He's super young. He's like 21 years old or 20 years
A
old.
little wild, but he gets the job
I've
done.
never bet before in my life on a fight, but I'm putting $250 on Diego.
Hear that, guys? Coach is putting $250 on Diego.
You
He's
heard it
never
here
made a bet
first.
in his life.
How do I do that?
I'll help you set it up right after this if you want. There's a bunch of websites you can use online.
I'm a grappler, man.
Yeah.
I believe in the jiu-jitsu.
That's
Diego Sanchez, as long as he doesn't come out boxing, I'll take him.
Well, Gall, I really hope he's not turning into another Joe Schilling.
I gotta watch.
Joe
I
Schilling.
gotta watch his last. I watched Diego's last fight with this guy you told me about.
Craig
Oh,
White,
dude, you
watch
don't
it.
want to, man.
Craig White, watch
Ah,
He gets cracked at one
It's
point
so
too,
rough, dude.
and
All the
but he like
time.
out grapples him the whole time.
He gets hit, stumbles back, ruffles into a grapple, but then he starts. Then it starts to like chemistry form. It looks like
It's lots of
it's just-
scrabbly stuff.
I remember him in the good time, man.
All right, so we got so like I said, Shahbazyan. A lot of people are on him here too, and because I guess the price is quite low. Literally all grappled Darren Stewart, and everybody thought that was going to be a banger of a fight.
Stewart's good.
Darren Stewart's a good striker, and Shahbazyan was finishing everybody. So everyone parlayed the fight doesn't go to decision. Like
It didn't look like it, and in the early rounds, Dennis was hitting him up in the. Darren Stewart was hitting him up in the last like 30 seconds into the fight.
Darren even like
Cracking
tripped him at one point too.
It was as the fight went on where he couldn't exactly keep that pace on him and really couldn't hit those heavy shots.
Yeah. I just think like a lot of people are. What am I gonna expect with Shahbazyan? I've never seen this guy get off his back, right? Like with somebody on top of him, especially with and guys are really underestimating Charles Burr's grappling. The kid's legit grappler. He trains at Fortis MMA, so he's his hands are good. His main training partner is Jeff Neal, who just beat Bilal Muhammad, right? Who was on this fucking. He's a monster right now in the UFC. Edmund, who's he training with? His brother Leon, and Coach Edmund. That's who we're gonna hear in the corner.
Is he gonna be in the corner for that?
Yeah, he's in the corner for sure.
Wow. Good return.
Yeah, he was in the last one too. So I don't know, man. I really don't like this Shahbazyan kid. I think he's super green still. It didn't look like he was comfortable to strike with Stewart. That's pretty much why he tried to fuck him for 15 minutes and just out-grapple him like that. And Stewart's not a good grappler compared to Charles Byrd, guys. So I'm telling you, take Shahbazyan if you want. I'm taking Charles Byrd, so is Gibb. We're not betting him, but I'm telling you, don't underestimate Byrd in this matchup. He's a good grappler. I think he can actually out-grapple Shahbazyan. He's probably the smaller boy. He is the smaller fighter, but because he's fought at 170 before and stuff. But I'm telling you, this kid he's still legit, man. I'm really impressed with Charles Byrd. I think he's going to be able to finish him.
Diego
Sanchez. That's actually the next fight, but we just covered that.
Oh, yeah.
So I think we covered almost. We only have two more. So the one you wanted to talk about, Alejandro Perez versus Cody Stamman.
Oh, yeah.
So I have Stamman in that parlay with Chiasson and Zabit for 2.5 units there. I think he just out-wrestles Perez. I think Perez literally, I was watching Perez get
his ground's not.
ragdolled by Matthew Lopez.
Oh, in the early rounds. Yeah.
His back was peeking twice, bro.
It looked real bad for him in that fight.
And he almost got choked out.
I think on the end of the round, he had his back taken. Again, almost choked out. He had to just kind of, huddle
fight
up.
for the round.
And by the second round, surprising, go right for the takedown. But Perez started to, come back after that. I think he knocked out in that round, right?
You saw Lopez get a little gas that he usually does. It's not.
His footwork wasn't the greatest to take on Perez.
Yeah, and his footwork isn't that good, right? He's not a good striker or anything, whereas Stamman trains with Darren Cruikshank, so he kind of looks like, I'm not going to say he's like Darren Cruikshank, but you can see a lot of similarities with him and Cruikshank and that kind of Michigan top team or in Detroit or whatever they train, right? And he's got a nasty short hook, left hook, Stamman as well. Mm-hmm. And he's just such a good wrestler. He was able to take down Aljamain Sterling. Sterling's fucking ridiculous.
Sterling beat him, but I mean that was a good fight.
Sterling tapped him out, but that was a really good fight, man. That was that's a brawl, and I think he's coming back with a victory. I think he wants to get back into the top 10 here. I think Perez is a weasel, like everyone says. He just gets these split decision wins. This is the same guy who got dropped and choked out with a guillotine choke in 23 seconds against Patrick Williams, guys. Don't forget that. He got choked out by fucking Patrick Williams. And then he drew against Albert Morales, who's not even in the UFC, and lost his last fight, actually, in Golden Boy MMA. And I always said Albert Morales is probably one of the bigger jobbers in the UFC. Not impressed at all. I guess, what? And then he beat Eddie Wineland.
Eddie Wineland, yeah.
These guys are all old, man. I'm not impressed with Perez at all, bro. His boxing, he's good and stuff.
I like his boxing.
He is a good boxer. He's got some quick hands and stuff. But he's Mexican. He better be a good boxer and shit.
He fights a little opposite to Cody Garbrandt, actually. Garbrandt's more of a Mexican fighter than him. He actually goes for counters when he gets hit, whereas Alejandro Perez is a little more safely. I think he fights the way Garbrandt should be fighting. And I think Perez should be fighting the way Garbrandt should be fighting. I think he's the deadliest. But I think he has a good jab in there. He sparks him up with that. Again, ground game, not very much of it, but he puts up a few good high kicks to keep people away, along with the jab and a really nice right hand. He always has a good 1-1-2 or 1-1-3 or some sort of like jab before his main combo. They'd be able to like even chuck it out to a decision. But again, he's got to stay away from the ground and hopefully he doesn't get grinded out.
He's getting grinded.
There's a lot of ways he can lose for this fight.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's so much more paths to victory for Stamman than there is Perez. So Stamman's definitely like the better choice. And like I got him at -175 or whatever. He's up. Still value in my opinion. He's -200 right now. I still take him. I just think he absolutely mauls Perez. Like he gets him to the floor. And I think he's going to beat him easily, like 30-26. I think he's going to get a 10-8 round, really maul him in one of the 3 rounds, get a 30-26. If not, he's getting a 30-27 in my opinion. I really don't see this. I better not fucking see another split decision with Perez. But I'm pretty comfortable. I think Stamman is getting this victory here. So to recap, I have Stamman, Macy Chiasson, and Zabit in a parlay. I believe it's plus 175, 2.5 units. And yeah, so our last fight we're covering, we're skipping back to the main card now because we covered pretty much, I know it's all over the place. I'll put in timestamps, guys, for everything so you know what fight you're looking for and everything. But we're jumping actually back to the main card right now. Covered the last fight. We got Tecia Torres versus Weili Zhang. And bro, everybody's on
Weili
Zhang.
Why?
Everybody's on her, bro.
What?
And
that's stupid.
She's literally faced nobody. She's faced
I wouldn't say nobody.
She's faced Danielle Taylor
and
Jessica Aguilar.
I wouldn't say I wouldn't put the shade on Danielle Taylor. She's a good fighter.
No,
she's got a lot of quickness.
I hope she got cut. I hate it so much. Yeah, she did get cut.
You're ruthless.
Bro, she got cut. Good job.
No.
Good job, UFC. You cut Danielle Taylor. Good. Smart guys, bro.
Oh,
I said Uncle Dana. Cutting the fucking garbage.
Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes.
Yeah, she's awful, man. She's fucking horrible.
That was a good fight. She won that in a good way, though.
Yeah, but like Danielle Taylor just runs away the whole time. You can see the aggressiveness with Weili.
She was a fast step.
And then you see her ground game, right? When she hits that armbar against Jessica Aguilar, her ground game's legit. She's scary on the ground.
Lots of kicks.
But then you go to Tecia Torres, bro, and everyone's like, I don't even know how Zhang's favorite in this fight. She was a huge favorite to begin with. And
Zhang hadn't taken on anyone of the caliber that Tecia Torres takes on the daily.
That's what I'm saying. You know, Tecia Torres is now back at ATT after, I guess, accelerated the bag. We're not sure yet. I don't know if you knew this, but she broke up with Raquel Pennington, I think.
Oh.
So I think she's single right now. Shout out to Tecia Torres. Hit up the boys on the Sebs show. You already know, full fucking send, boys. And yeah, Tecia Torres, her only 3 losses in the UFC are against the top 3 in her division, right?
High level.
Joanna Jędrzejczyk, Jessica Andrade, and Rose Namajunas.
But she beat Rose early in her career.
In Invicta, she beat Rose.
Like, this isn't like,
I think,
fourth or fifth fight or something like that? Third fight, yeah.
So, I think Ticia's up there. And, like, a lot of people are saying,
she is up there.
Tecia can't finish. Bro, Tecia has a good sub-game. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Like, Zhang has a good sub-game, too. But, like, don't underestimate Tecia taking her back in a scramble and choking her out like she did to Julianne.
I'm pretty sure I had Torres in those last 2 fights, too. Because they were looking good for her.
I faded her in both.
Oh, for Joanna?
Yeah,
maybe.
I took Joanna, I remember. Then I fucking pounded that line on Jessica Andrade.
Oh, okay.
Literally, I think Jessica Andrade is the best in the division right now. Yeah, I think she's going to beat Rose and shit at UFC 237. But that's for another day. Don't have any of them in my plays or anything, but I'm telling you, if I had to recommend one play that I'm actually not playing and the best underdog on the card, in my opinion, would be Tecia Torres. Other than that, obviously, I played the 2 underdogs that I really like in Diego Sanchez and Misha Cirkunov. But if I had to choose one more, it'd be Tecia Torres, guys. I'm really rooting for her to win. I think she pulls the upset over Zhang. I think she's just so much more decorated, so much more experienced against top. Man, and her movement's crazy. Like, she's really good, man. Like, you can't underestimate. And she's training with the best, right? At ATT. So
I think she's really good at catching kicks, and that's going to be a big key factor in this fight. Zhang throws a lot of kicks, and when she gets really happy, she starts landing kicks. she'll start to throw him more. And Tecia Torres is really good at timing him out, grabbing them, getting people off their supporting leg too, and starting the groundwork early. It can get grindy for Zhang, and I don't think Zhang really fights a lot of good wrestlers who can also throw some punches at you. She only really loses to high-level strikers.
Straight up. And that's about it, guys. We did a super quick one today because we were with Coach and whatnot. But I did want you guys to hear his breakdowns on like the main card and definitely Zabit and Stevens and his thoughts on Misha and Walker. And then you saw his big play that he said I'm literally gonna help him set up his account right now in a sports book. He wants to play Diego Sanchez at whatever he's at, plus 275. He might be at plus 250 now, but we're going to get Coach to go ahead and play him.
That could be a sleeper pick.
And I really like Diego in that fight, man. I only threw 0.5 units on him for the stab because like his chin's literally gone. Like either of us would be able to knock out Diego Sanchez, I'm pretty sure. And if Mickey Gall lands that right hand that he landed on Sage, you know, shit can happen for sure.
Yeah.
So that's why the only 0.5 units. But I do think Sanchez has a chance. And at the value at plus 275 is ridiculous in my opinion. He was at guys are getting him at plus 300 for sure. Throw a half a unit or a unit on him at plus 300, guys. It's fucking worth it. You know what I mean? It's just Diego Sanchez. He's never been subbed before, and Mickey Gall's only gotten subs in his career.
Yeah.
So like, it's right there for you, right? The path to victory. Like, it's possible that he pounds out Sanchez, like that's a possibility, but I don't know. I like Diego to out-grapple him. I think Mickey Gall is going to be a little too comfortable on his back at times. Lay there for a few rounds, and Diego, you know he's active when he's in your fucking guard. He's going to be throwing shots, and he's going to be winning rounds. And if this comes down and he wins the first 2 rounds, that guy can go all day.
Yeah.
Diego Sanchez's cardio is ridiculous, right? He can go all day, and Mickey Gall tends to get tired. We saw in the Randy Brown fight, right? That could be a factor as well. So I do like Sanchez there. So I took a 0.5 units at plus 275 there. 2 units on Misha Cirkunov at plus 140. 2.5 units on Zabit. Macy Chiasson and Cody Stamman at plus 175. And then 5 units on Jon Jones and Ben Askren at minus 171.
Robbie Lawler. Oh yeah.
So who do you remember your DraftKings lineup or?
If you want, I'll give you those on an Instagram or something.
Yeah. Okay. So Gib will drop when we drop the video. Just swipe up. I'm gonna add this to Instagram and stuff so you guys can just swipe up and view the link. Gib's gonna follow him on Instagram at what is it, Dave?
DVY _ GIBB.
Yeah. So pretty much Dave Gibb. You'll find him even if you go to my page at the Sebs show. You'll find Gibb somewhere there for sure.
Yeah, mine's a bit of a mixed DraftKings, so I kind of have to get it. But I do have Gina Mazany. I have Mickey Gall. I have obviously Anthony Smith. I have.
I
do. Yeah. I have obviously Garbrandt and.
I'm never telling you this again. Never telling you this again. Go home and change that lineup, please. Go home and change that lineup. You're not winning with that lineup. If you win, you're getting the total prize because nobody else is picking any of those fighters together. You know?
Total prize.
You're getting the fucking $5,000 or whatever it is. All right, guys. So super quick. How much minutes was that? Let's see. It's not bad. Almost 45 minutes. I like that. Oh, you guys get to see the gut finally and the rash guard. We're working on that, trying to get to 155 for competition. You already know. But yeah, we pretty much just finished no jiu-jitsu right now. Gonna head home. Gonna upload this video. Hopefully, it doesn't give me any fucking problems uploading because it used to with this Logitech service. Hopefully, we can get this up for you by tonight. I will be adding the timestamps below, along with who and me. I'm gonna have to get your picks because you literally picked all the underdogs, I think. So I gotta get Gibbs' picks as well. I'm gonna throw in Coach's picks as well. All the ones I remember, I pretty much remember all of them. And yeah, till next time, guys. What's the next? Oh my goodness! Literally, I think this is the worst card coming up. I've never seen a card this bad. The one coming up, March 9th, not the 235. With Junior Dos Santos versus Derek Lewis.
That's the main
Oh
event.
my, bro! Let me show you this card just super quick before we get off. It's literally.
To be honest, that sounds like a co-main event. That sounds like the main event from the prelims. The main event of the prelims.
Not a bad fight, right? Like that.
No, it isn't. I'm joking around.
Like I think Dos Santos has that fight, by the way, guys.
Really?
Yeah, I think Dos Santos fucking puts him up.
Tough
fight, right?
I'm a Lewis fan.
Oh yeah, I'm a
all
Derek
the way,
Lewis
all
fan
the way.
as well,
KFC.
but that guy's he's just not good.
KFC for life. That guy hit the jackpot.
But if he gets on top of Dos Santos, he's gonna pound him out. That's a tough fight to call. And Dos Santos is like -250 right now. I don't want to play him with that. Zaleski Dos Santos versus Curtis Millender. That's a good fucking fight.
Oh yeah, Millender's good.
Yeah, but that shouldn't be the co-main. You know what I mean? Like they're both really good fighters. Like Zaleski, it's about fucking time they give this guy some shine at 20-5, and he's literally been killing everybody. Like he's a fucking animal. And Millender, the same thing. He's been running through people. And then you go look at the rest of the card, bro, and it's fucking horrible. Like I'm being a little like over extreme here, but some of the like Maurice Green versus Jeff Hughes. Did you guys watch the first fucking one in LFA? When Jeff Hughes
they fought before.
Jeff Hughes 50-45'd him in the most boring heavyweight match you'll ever watch. Jeff Hughes literally just pressed him against the cage.
50-45.
Bro, he just pressed him against the cage for 5 rounds. That was the whole fight.
Oh, so how you win an Ultimate Fighter?
Yeah, that's
how you win an Ultimate Fighter season?
Yeah, that's exactly what he did. So that's a horrible fight in my opinion. I'm actually looking forward to this one. Smoka versus Matt Schnell. Those are two guys that always.
I don't know why that's so low on the card, man.
And then this one, the fucking return finally. I don't know if too many of you guys know about Grant Dawson. He was on Contender Series in like 2016, 2017.
Wow.
He got caught by USADA. He took something. I don't know what the fuck he took, but he's disgusting.
Off the books.
This guy's legit, bro. From Glory and shit. Very good striker, wrestler. He's awesome, and he's fighting Julian Erosa. I'm gonna tell you that straight up right now. I'm taking Grant Dawson in that one, and I will be playing him. Hopefully, he's less than -250 or something, but because Julian Erosa is fucking horrible. And then you go look at like Tim Boetsch versus Mario Akhmedov is on the main card.
They got the Barbarian in there.
Oh my gosh, man! Hey, man, how about
I like this card.
This is a horrible card.
But I like Tim Boetsch.
Tim Boetsch trains at his own like gym.
Really?
Yeah, for like the past 5 fucking years. His head coach is like his father-in-law.
Oh,
who used to be a high school wrestler or something. Like,
that's Barbarian training, man.
And then like Alex Morono versus Zach Otto. Like, fuck Zach Otto.
I don't mind Alex Morono.
Alex White always comes to bang.
Like
so him versus Dan Barrett. That shouldn't even be the
maybe
first.
I'm talking Marine.
Or
is it the guy who fought Anthony Pettis?
No.
Oh, no.
Sergio Pettis.
Oh, Sergio Pettis, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
This is the guy who fought Jordan Mean and shit.
Oh, Jordan Mean, yeah.
But Alex White's always fun to watch. He drank gasoline before. Yeah, he's lost a couple times. But
he drank gasoline?
He drank gasoline. He's cool. And he's fighting Dan Moret, who is pretty like talented as well. And then you got the fucking Marion Renault versus Yana Kunitskaya. Horrible fight. This one's pretty good. Anthony Rocco Martin versus Sergio Moraes. I got Moraes in there.
Wow. I'm surprised Sergio Moraes isn't higher up on the card.
Yeah, I think Moraes is gonna actually tap him out, and from what I saw, he's a pretty big underdog too, like a decent sized underdog. So I don't know about that one. I actually like this fight a lot. Benil Darush versus Drew Dober. Benil in his first fight, right, since for the Alex Hernandez knockout. No, he fought Thiago Moises.
I got Drew in that fight, man. Drew's a tough motherfucker.
Drew can knock him out. That's a tough fight to fucking call. I'm going to have to tape that one for sure. The return of Ben Rothwell.
Oh, it's been a while.
Who hasn't fought in 3 years.
It's been a while.
Last fight was.
Didn't you retire? Oh no.
His last fight was that loss to Junior Dos Santos in 2016. Awesome. So it's been pretty much 3 years since the last fight. He's 37 years old, and he's facing that guy Blagoy Ivanov, who just came off that loss.
Ivanov, yeah.
Dos Santos, really good striker. The guy he got shot before or some shit.
I think maybe Ivanov wins then.
I like Ivanov in that one too, but
I think I remember that fight.
I know I'll break it down when Nico Price versus Tim Means. Not bad.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm talking a lot of shit. This card isn't that bad.
I still think it's a below average card.
It's definitely a below average card, but it's not as bad as
it hits the average market best.
Yeah, it's not as bad as like there's a lot of fights that are fucking horrible, but other than that, there's some good ones, right? So you can find like probably 4 or 5 good fights, I guess.
This event is definitely not set up to do like.
No, and it's in Wichita, Kansas.
Yeah,
you know, they're not doing shit.
They threw it in butt fuck.
But the one after this, I think, is in Till versus Mosville.
There you go.
Can't wait to break down that one.
There you go.
That's a big one. Can't wait to break that down. So that's it for the show, guys. Got my fucking Logie shorts and everything right here. You already know what it is, Elite MMA. So shout out to all you guys. It's about 50 minutes now. We'll see you next week. Follow on Twitter at the Sebs Show, at Dave_Gibbs with a Z, and on Instagram at same thing, at the Sebs Show, and I'm pretty sure yours is at Dave_Gibbs or some shit like that. But yeah, I'll drop that down in the description along with the timestamps, our picks, and everything like that. Hope you guys like this video, shooting it with Coach, everything. Actually got his insight on a few good fights, so hopefully you guys like that breakdown. And